You have asked me a few questions about my travels in Russia and the former Soviet Union. So I am going to dedicate this video, and at the same time I am covering all former Soviet Union countries, how they treat people of color or people with different skin tone. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, like this video, share, and bring a friend or an ex-friend. Let me address your curiosity on what it's like traveling Russia as a black person. But does it matter? No, it does not. Well, in this video, you are about to find out. Did you know that the famous Russian poet Alexander Pushkin was black? His parents and his grandparents, they came from Ethiopia, Africa. This video is going to be a little bit different from my usual way of sharing my travel experiences with you. So pay a very close attention to the issues that I'm going to tackle in this video. These issues I normally don't dwell on, I normally don't address these issues because my channel is all about inspiring others to travel and not concentrating on race or racism or the color of your skin or religion, acceptance in different countries. No, that's not my style. Are you guys enjoying this video? If you are, don't forget to hit that like button and my subscription button. I think it's somewhere down here or down there. And also you will keep seeing some cards keep popping up here. That just links to some of the videos associated with this video. The more you share the videos, the better. I really appreciate all the support. Let's continue. Well, before I get to the following few questions that you guys have asked me, let me just make it clear that during my travels in Russia, I have never experienced any animosity. I have never experienced any racism. Some of your questions you're asking, is Russia racist? I will say no, because I have never experienced it. I am not saying Russia is 100% non-racism. Every country in the world has got some elements of racism. I've been to villages, I've been to small towns, I've been to big cities in Russia, and I did not experience that one bit. Okay, the first question that you guys always ask me, is Russia racist? I've addressed this one already. No, I have not experienced any racism. Maybe there are some people, one, two here or there, who might be racist, but I haven't experienced that. I've traveled in Russia during the day, in the morning, in the evening, in the middle of the night. Not because I wanted to, but because my traveling forced me to travel that way. I don't choose to travel in the middle of the night, but sometimes when I'm in a ride and then it ends at a certain area in the middle of the night, I just have to continue traveling from there on foot. And no fear. Second question, how are black people treated in Russia? They treat you fairly. They treat you just like one of them. They don't see color as an obstacle. They don't see color as something important. It's not that important in Russia and the former Soviet Union country. So if you go to Russia, they're going to treat you very nice, kindly, with warm welcomes. Third question, how do I deal with racism in Russia? You won't really deal with racism because that myth, let's debunk it. It doesn't really exist there. If you find a racist person, maybe just a pocket here or a pocket there, even the drunk people, they don't start with this racism thing. Russian people are born to respect others. Number 4, you always have to remember that Russians don't care about your skin color. They don't care about what you look like. They care more about your skills, your talents. If you're there to smile with them, they're gonna smile back. If you're there to share and drink vodka with them, of course they're going to drink vodka with you. It's Russia. It's the home of vodka. Always try to drink vodka and have fun in Russia. The funniest thing is, when you travel in these small villages and small towns, it's not that people are offending you. You might feel a bit offended if you're not used to traveling alone. Once you talk to people, they will ask if they could have a photo with you. Because remember, you're in a small village, small town. black people hardly go to these towns. And because of that, Russian people are not used to seeing a black person in these small towns and small villages. So you're like the only one. One thing is they don't really stare at you that much. So I will say always take photos with Russian people, because when you do that, you become a friend for life. They might invite you to their homes. In some of my videos, you'll see when I'm walking and traveling, I will take photos with people and then they will decide to give me a ride to their next town. Just by simply taking a photo. Number 6, are there any black people in Russia? Oh, yes, there are some black people who live in Moscow, some live in St. Petersburg, Yekaterinburg. But when I was in Vladivostok, none over there. All done. None over here. So it depends where you are. I will say St. Petersburg and Moscow. Yes, I've seen a few in Moscow. If you have watched some of my videos, you'll see the black man who lived in Russia for 22 years and he never had any animosity, any racial discrimination. He said he never had one single problem. Is Russia dangerous for black people? Definitely not. You're talking to somebody, like I said before, who have traveled all across Russia, daytime, nighttime, middle of the night, morning, evening, you name it. I've never encountered any problems whatsoever. So now that I've addressed those questions, let me share something very important with you. Russian people are more curious about you as a black person or as a different race. They want to know more about you. There's a certain intrigue, there's a certain fascination with you, because in most of these small towns and small cities or cities far away from Moscow and villages, they've hardly seen a black person in their town or in their village or in their city. So you are probably the first one there, apart from the ones that they see on the TV. Embrace this curiosity. Don't feel offended, because they don't know anything about black people. So when they see you for the first time, to them it's like, oh, maladies, oh, this is great, maladies. They feel so good about that. Let me share the 3 things that I don't concentrate on when I am traveling. Just like Michael Jackson once said in one of his songs, I don't spend my life being a color. Once you concentrate on traveling as a color, then you will never enjoy your travels, because you will be worried about people looking at you a certain way. You'll be worried about racism. When people look at you a certain way, you'll be thinking maybe they think of you in a negative way just because your skin color is different. But the world is not like that. The world is different. Watch my videos and you will be surprised. That's the first. Secondly, I don't travel black. I never travel black. I travel as a human being. Let people judge you for who you are and not for what you represent. Thirdly, always share a smile. A smile paves a way for 1,000 ways, 1,000 miles. The importance of traveling in Russia. Firstly, arm yourself with basic Russian language. A lot of these small villages and small towns, they hardly speak English. I mean, they don't have to. In cities such as Moscow and St. Petersburg, you'll find a few people who speak a little bit of English. And one thing with Russian people, they will try to communicate with you even when they are struggling with the language. And they are very, very apologetic. They'll always say, oh, sorry, my English, no good, sorry. So you get used to that. I will say, learn a few words like, my name is, you will say Меня зовут. Меня зовут Adam, Меня зовут Helen, Меня зовут Brianna, Меня зовут Louis. That means my name is Меня зовут. If you want to say bye, goodbye, you just say пока. To say hi or hello, you just say привет. These two forms of introducing yourself, they'll help you a great deal. So it's Меня зовут, привет, or you can say привет, and then Меня зовут, your name. Goodbye. Bye. Paka. If you are Russian, is very limited. You can always say Paruski chuchut, which means I know a little bit of Russian. Paruski chuchut. Chuchut means small. Malinki means small as well. Balshoi means big. So balshoi is big. Small is malinki. How to say no in Russian? You say niet. Niet means no. So if a Russian person say niet with a smile, just say, this is more like a kind way of saying no. But if a Russian person say niet with a serious face, it means they're getting a little bit annoyed or upset. So when you go to Russia, if you remember all this, guess what? You are going to have loads of friends. Point number 2, when you greet Russian people, guess what? They become so friendly. They appreciate you more. They welcome you more with open arms. And then they ask you if you've been teaching yourself Russian and what you think about the country. So just bear that in mind, that if you can speak just a few words of Russian, this will win you loads of friends. I call myself Master Traveler of Russia because I love Russia because of the way they've treated me. I love Georgia as well. Georgia is always in my heart. I think Russia is my second country that I really love. Third point, initiate a conversation with Russian people. If you don't start a conversation when you meet a Russian person, guess what? They're just going to leave you alone. But if you initiate that conversation, you build friendship. Because a lot of you have asked me, how do I manage to speak to Russian people the way I do when I travel? When I get into a country, I always try to learn the greeting. Simply saying, how are you? And my name is, and goodbye. And most importantly, I speak just a little bit of your language and people will love you to bits. Fourthly, remember that Russian people are very apologetic. If they cannot speak your language as good as you do, they will be apologizing non-stop. Don't feel offended, just accept it because it's just part of their culture. And by the way, if you ever invited into a Russian home, the man of the house is going to drink vodka with you. He'll invite you to drink vodka with him. Even when you don't drink, just tell them first, say you don't drink, but try to drink just a little bit. Always 3 shots. If you drink these 3 shots, they will love you more because it shows that you really appreciate Russia and you are Russian as well, my friend. You become a little bit part of Russian and they love that. One thing I will tell you is when you're in Russia, behave like a guest because you look different. To them, that doesn't matter. That's not important. Avoid picking fights in Russia. They protect each other. If you pick a fight with one Russian person, you'll have a group of Russian people coming to investigate what's going on. The ones that Russian person that you're fighting with said, this guy just attacked me. The entire town, the entire village, the entire city will just pounce on you. Don't do that. You know, it's like if you visit England, if you visit the UK, you don't pick fights with people from Liverpool, Scousers. You don't do that because they always protect each other, and Russia is like that as well. As you have noticed in my channel, I've visited many places in Russia. I'm talking about big cities, small towns, small villages, because I love to experience, I love to learn more about different cultures. I want to understand people more. I want to try some of their food. I am allergic to a number of foods. I can only eat fish or chicken, and of course, veggies and fruits. But I cannot have beef, lamb, ham, all those. Any animal that's on 4 legs, I can't. So I always have to be very careful. And I'm also allergic to dairy products. Just sharing this with you so that you have a bit of an understanding. Because in Russia, if you're allergic to dairy products, you need to be careful on this one. A lot of products in restaurants in Russia or cafes, they use a lot of butter and they do love their cheese. And beef is very important in Russia. If you're allergic to dairy products, always make sure that you tell them. Let me share something from my own experience. I'm allergic to cheese. When a Russian family invited me to their home, they've made this lovely salad. They had sprinkled cheese on the salad, and I told them, I'm allergic to cheese. And they said, oh, это не проблема. It means that's not a problem. They started picking cheese from the salad. You know, it's all over the place, which means there will be some left in there. I just ignored it. I said, no, it's all right. It's all right. You see, it's out. They will go out of their way to try and make their guest happier. Not happy, but happier. That's the Russian way. That's the Russian people. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and bring a friend so that we can grow this channel together. I will see you in the next video. Have a lovely day wherever you are, whatever you're doing.